Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute strawberry crochet bag. I really like how it turned out. I think it gives like cute cottagecore vibes, and I hope you enjoy making it. For this tutorial I'm going to be using a 5mm hook, which is one size bigger than I usually would use for DK yarn. You want to make a magic circle. And then you want to chain 2. We're going to be chaining 2 quite a lot throughout this tutorial. They don't count as stitches, it's just the turning chains. And then work 10 double crochet stitches into the magic circle. So working into the top of the first stitch, ignoring the chain 2, I want you to create a row of slip stitches. We're going to be creating a row of slip stitches between each one of our DC rows. So for our second row, I want you to work into the slip stitches, ignoring the top of the DC stitches from our original first row. And then I want you to place 1 increase in each of these slip stitches, with a total of 10 increases and 20 stitches overall. In between the 2 DC rows, we're once again going to create another row of slip stitches. Like I've said before, we're going to be doing one of these in between each of the DC rows, and it's going to help us keep our shape and strengthen the bag. For row 3, we're once again working into the slip stitches, and we're putting a pattern of 1 double crochet and then 1 increase for a total of 10 times. This leaves us with 30 stitches overall. Now we want to do a row of 30 slip stitches, 1 in each stitch. For row number 4, you want to create a pattern of 2 double crochet stitches, and then 1 increase for a total of 10 times, leaving you with 40 stitches overall. And then you want to create another row of slip stitches with 1 in each stitch, creating 40 slip stitches overall. For row number 5, you want to create a pattern of 3 double crochet stitches, and then 1 increase for a total of 10 times, leaving you with 50 stitches overall. After this, you want to create a row of 50 slip stitches. For row 6, you want to create a pattern of 4 double crochet stitches, and then 1 increase for a total of 10 times, leaving you with 60 stitches overall. After this, you want to do a row of 60 slip stitches. For row 7, you want to create a pattern of 5 double crochet stitches. And then 1 increase. And you want to do this for a total of 10 times, leaving you with 70 stitches. Now you want to do a row of 70 slip stitches. For row 8, you want to start by creating 3 double crochet stitches. And then 1 increase. Then you want to create a pattern of 6 double crochet stitches. And 1 increase. Repeating that pattern for a total of 9 times. Then at the end, you want to finish by creating 3 double crochet stitches, leaving you with a total of 80 stitches overall. Now you want to create a row of 80 slip stitches. For rows 9 to 11, you want to DC in each stitch around the row, making sure to include a row of slip stitch in between each of the DC rows. The numbers 9 to 11 only include the DC rows and not the slip stitch rows. After row 11, you want to create another row of 80 slip stitches. For row 12, you create a pattern of 6 double crochet stitches. And then 1 DC together stitch. If you don't know how to do this, I'll leave a video down below, but it's just a form of decreasing when you're using double crochet stitches. Do this for a total of 10 rounds, leaving you with 70 stitches. Then you want to do a row of 70 slip stitches. For row 13, you want to do a pattern of 5 double crochet stitches. And then 1 DC 2 together stitch. And you want to repeat this for a total of 10 times, leaving you with 60 stitches overall. Then you want to do a row of 60 slip stitches. For row 14, you want to create a pattern of 4 double crochet stitches. and then 1 DC together stitch. And you want to repeat this for a total of 10 times, leaving you with 50 stitches overall. Then you want to create a row of 50 slip stitches. When you get to the end of the row, you want to make sure that you place one final slip stitch into your first slip stitch from the row, as this is the last part of our main bag. Chain 1, cut, and then pull through to finish off. To start the leaves, you want to pull your green thread through any one of the slip stitches that you have available, and then you want to chain 1 and then create 10 half double crochet stitches, with the first one being in the very same stitch as we initially did our chain 1. Make sure you're not doing this in the top of the DC stitches and that it's actually in the slip stitch. Chain 1 and turn at the end of the row, and then for the second row you want to begin with 1 decrease, and then 6 half double crochet stitches. Finish with 1 last decrease, leaving you with 8 stitches. Chain 1 and turn. For the third row you want to start with 1 decrease, and then 4 half double crochet stitches. Finish with 1 more decrease, which leaves you with 6 stitches. Chain 1 and turn. For row 4 you want to do 1 decrease, and then 2 half double crochet stitches, followed by 1 more decrease, which leaves you with 4 stitches. Chain 1 and turn. For row 5 you want to do 2 decreases, which leaves you with 2 stitches. Chain 1, cut, and pull through to finish off. You want to repeat this process to create a total of 5 leaves, starting in the very next slip stitch from the last. For the lid, create a magic circle and chain 2. Then you want to place 12 double crochet stitches into the magic circle. At the end, slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, ignoring the chain 2 turning chain that we made at the beginning. Chain 2, then create 12 increases beginning in the same stitch as the chain 2. This creates 24 stitches overall. At the end, slip stitch into the top of the first stitch. For the third row, you want to chain 2, then create a pattern of 1 double crochet stitch, and then 1 increase. You want to do this 6 times, beginning in the same stitch as the chain 2. This leaves you with 36 stitches overall. Slip stitch into the first stitch. For row 4, you want to create a chain 2, and then create 2 double crochet stitches. Chain 6, and then skip 4 double crochet stitches and begin in your 5th stitch, creating 2 double crochet stitches and then 1 increase. And you want to repeat this pattern 4 times. Before creating 2 double crochet stitches. Chain 6 again, skipping 4 double crochet stitches and starting again in the 5th, and then create a pattern once again of 2 double crochet stitches, and 1 increase, for a total of 4 times, leaving you with 48 stitches overall. Slip stitch into the first stitch, for row 5 you want to start by chaining 2 and then creating 2 double crochet stitches. Then you want to create 9 double crochet stitches around the chain 6. Create 2 double crochet stitches, and then 1 increase. Create a pattern of 3 double crochet stitches and 1 increase for a total of 3 times. Then create 3 double crochet stitches, and then begin your 8 double crochet stitches around your chains. Once again, you want to do 2 double crochet stitches, and then 1 increase. Before finishing with a pattern of 3 double crochet stitches and 1 increase for a total of 3 times, leaving you with 60 stitches overall. Complete a final row of slip stitch all around. Make sure to slip stitch into the very first slip stitch, then chain 1, cut and pull through. For the lid stem, you want to create a magic circle and chain 1. Then for row 1, work 4 single crochet stitches into the magic circle. For row 2, create 4 increases for a total of 8 stitches. For row 3, you want to create 8 single crochet stitches in the back loops only. For rows 4 to 5, create 8 single crochet stitches. Slip stitch, chain 1, cut and pull through. Leave a long tail for sewing onto the lid. Here I just stuffed with some extra yarn cuttings I had from the rest of the project. Now you can use your long end just to connect by threading the needle through the bottom stitches of the stem and until the middle stitches of the lid. Or you can just connect it however you find most comfortable. This is just the way that I did it. For the bag straps, you want to start by putting your hook in any of the top DC stitches. Then for the first row, you want to chain 1 and then create 5 single crochet stitches, with the first one being in the same stitch as the chain 1. Chain 1 and turn. From row 2 to however many rows you want, you just want to continue crocheting 5 single crochets across the row, then chain 1 and turn. You continue this until you reach your desired length, but make sure that you finish on an even row. Once you've reached the length, cut the yarn, but leave a long end so that we can use it to attach it to the bag. Thread the strap through one of the openings in the lid, make sure that it's not twisted, and then repeat it by threading in the next one. Put hook through the first stitch in the strap and through the top of the DC stitch of the bag. Bring yarn to the back of the strap. You want to yarn over your hook and then pull it through both stitches, finishing with a slip stitch. Repeat this in every stitch along the strap. Chain 1 and pull through to finish. And that means that we're all done with the main part of the bag. If you want to attach seeds, you can use some yellow thread or whatever coloured thread you want. Sew it through the gap at the bottom of a DC stitch and then through the gap at the top of a DC stitch. And you can just repeat this all over the bag until you're satisfied with how many seeds you have. And for the final reveal, I hope that you love the completed bag as much as I do. I hope that it fulfills all of your cottagecore dreams. And I hope you had a good time making it and that the tutorial was fun and well explained. If you can, please subscribe, like, and comment down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye!